Hi friends, for today's topic we have repartition and coalesce in Spark framework. Repartition and coalesce are two very basic functions in Spark framework when we're dealing with data frame and RDTs. So both the functions are basically used to change the number of partitions of a data frame or RDT. For this, let's say we have a data frame or RDD with us, and requirement is to increase or decrease the number of partition for some reason depending upon the requirement. We can go for these two functions. Let's discuss it in a detailed way. Let's say we have a data frame in the input side where we have used two machines, machine 1 and machine 2. Machine 1 has two partitions P1 and P2. Machine 2 has another two partition P3 and P4. And for some reason, if you want to do repartition of 2 on top of the input data frame, so in the output side, what it will do, so it will try to create two partition out of these four partitions. And while creating these two partition in the right side, it will try to do full shuffle between the machines, meaning the data movement between the machine will happen in a full shuffle way, and it will try to create two partitions with similar size. So here the basic thing to remember is here the operation will do full shuffle and it will create even distributed partitions, meaning similar size of partition will be created in the output size. Okay. Similarly, for Coalesce, so if we'll do Coalesce of 2, so it will also create two number of partition in the output side, but the size of the partition may not be similar. And it will try to avoid the shuffle between machine 1 and machine 2. Okay. Here what it will do, it will try to combine the P1 and P2 partition from machine 1 and create partition 1 in the output side. Similarly, it will try to combine or merge P3 and P4 partition and try to create partition 2 in the right side. So Coalesce will try to avoid the shuffle. Okay, let's talk about all this thing in a summarized way. So what we have discussed till now, we have discussed the shuffle behavior, performance, use cases, and flexibility of these two functions. So in case of shuffle behavior, repartition perform a full shuffle of the data, whereas Coalesce will try to avoid the partition and it will try to combine the partition in a more efficient way. If we'll talk about performance, generally repartition is more expensive in nature due to its data movement between the nodes. Okay, as it performs a full shuffle, so the cost incurred for this activity is quite more than the Coalesce operation. Okay, so if we'll talk about the use cases, repartition basically try to increase the number of partition and will do a even distribution of data as we have seen in the picture. So in the output side, repartition will create similar size of partitions, whereas the partition created by the Coalesce may or may not be of similar size. So we'll talk about the flexibility depending upon the requirement. If the requirement is not strictly saying about anything increase or decrease the number of partition, we should go with repartition. Whereas if it will be strictly asked to decrease the number of partition, then Coalesce is the best approach. Thank you.